Hello everyone, welcome to the second part of this machine learning with Python, and in this part we are going to understand about the supervised learning with more details. And to understand the supervised learning, we are going to use the example of a classroom. As I said, this machine learning is nothing but our day-to-day human behavior. So what we are going to do, we are going to recreate it from the human behavior. So let's start. Here in this example, there is a teacher and the teacher is teaching about the multiplication to the children. Here, teacher is the one who is responsible to teach the correct way of multiplication to the children so that children can understand that why 2 into 2 is equals to 4, 2 into 3 is equals to 6, and so on. Here, teacher is the one who is teaching it. Teacher is the one who is a supervisor of a class. A supervisor is a one who will watch through all the action which is happening in his domain. So that is a supervisor. And the same respect with the teacher. Teacher is the supervisor of the class. Teacher is the one who is going to handle all the thing inside the class. Okay. So let's think it about it as a programmer. So if I'm a programmer, what I need is a problem statement. See, everything for a programmer is a problem statement, and whatever the program we create to handle that problem statement is an output. So if I say for this particular example of multiplication, this first 2 is the first number, the second 2 is the second number, and the 4 is its multiplication output. So the problem statement is what is 2 into 2, and the output is 4. Again, what is the problem statement? 2 into 3, again the output is 6. So here the teacher is the one who is providing the problem statement and its answer, and the teacher is the supervisor of the complete process as we discussed. So from this complete example, we can say if I am going to create a machine learning model, then I am the teacher and that particular model is the children. So I am the one who is going to teach my model that how this multiplication will be done. And I am the one who will provide the numbers to the model, and I am the one who will provide the output to the model so that model can understand that what is multiplication is. So here, let's take it a bit more further. Can we reduce this particular table of 2 into a data set? I guess we can. So how we are going to do that? Again, it's a blackboard, and from the blackboard, the teacher will write again this 2 into 2, 2 into 3, 2 into 4. And we can use it as our data table like this. So from here, we can say that this number 1 is 222 as it is repeated. This number 2 is 234. Again, it's from the table, and the output is 468. So here we got our first data table, our first data input for our supervised learning. As we have the output, that's why it is the supervised learning. It's a very bold statement. If we have the output of a problem statement, then we are doing the supervised learning. So we will use this data set to understand more about the supervised learning. So now let's use the data set which we took from the earlier example to understand more about the supervised learning. So here we have the data set, and from the data set I changed its column name. So previously I was using this num1, num2 and output, but right now I'm using this primary, repeat and output. I should provide the column name, I should provide the label name in a way so that my machine learning model can understand, okay, it have some logical name, it have some purpose, because it is going to be very messy if you are going to use this num1, num2 in your data set for future operations. You should provide some logical name. So I provided primary for the first column because that particular one number was constant throughout the table, and I used this repeat, this 2 3 4, because if I go for the multiplication, multiplication is the process where I'm going to put the addition on the repeative number of times. See, if I'm going to do this 2 into 3, it means 2 plus 2 plus 2. So this repeat makes sense here. Okay, so we have one our data set. But for machine learning model, once we have trained our model, what we need something to test. So we have this 2526 and we need its output from our model. Okay, for few people, it might be a question that it's a very simple process. I can see this 2 into 2 is equals to 4. I can also I can also give you answer about the 2 into 5. I can also give you answer about the 2 into 6. So what I will do is, if I want that particular answer from the computer, I will create a Python method, this multinum, in which I will return this A into B, and it will resolve the issue. So I will say, okay, you are whatever you are saying, you are right. But what if I am going to provide you this number? Will your method handle it? And the answer is no. The method you have created have some limited input, and it can provide the output on those limited inputs only. But what if I am going to increase the inputs? Then it will going to fail. So here, that's why we need machine learning, because machine learning model is the one which can take n number of inputs. If we are going to train it enough, if we are going to provide as much data as possible, so that model can understand, okay, I can get this type of scenario too, so I should be prepared. It might be possible that I will get only two inputs. It might be possible that I will get more than two inputs. So here, that's why we need this. That's why we need this machine learning. And again, we are training our model with the output, so it's a supervised learning. Okay, so now we understood the basic concept that why we need the machine learning, and we can create our own data set by using simple observations. So coming to the supervised learning, we have its types too. So the supervised learning have one type is classification and another type is regression. Then what I mean by classification and regression. So let's understand about the classification. So if I'm going to create a model, or if I'm going to create a something program or something like algorithm, which can identify some limited output. What is limited output? If I say a fruit, fruit is something, a very limited word, but it is classifying the multiple object. If I'm saying an apple, apple is limited. Everything which is limited, which can like, for just to increase the output, there should be some other kind of discoveries that comes into the classification. If I'm providing some data, my machine learning model is providing me the output that, okay, it's an apple, it's an animal, it's a buffalo, it's a fruit, then it's all comes under the classification type. The classification type will provide, the classification type is the one type in which the outputs are limited. Now coming to the second type, that is called regression. So for the regression, if I'm going to provide some data to my model, and my model is capable to predicting the price of a particular house, price of stock, price of sales target, something related to dynamic number, that comes into the regression. Regression is something in which we are providing data, and based on that data, it is going to calculate some numbers. And when it provide me that number, that comes into the regression. So these are the two basic classification of the supervised learning, or I can say these two are the basic types of supervised learning. Again, the models are nothing but the algorithms. These algorithms are nothing but just the mathematical equations. So we are going to understand more about these models, these algorithms, these equations, and we are going to create them by ourselves too. So stay with me And if you like this video, please comment. If you like this video, or if you have any issue with this video or content, or if you are uh, confused about something, just let me know in the comments. I will update the video. I will update you with the latest data, or I will try to give you the answers, whatever you have. So, thanks for watching. And if you like it, then please subscribe it. Thank you.